Hey, what's up everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are continuing my 2022 year-end top 10s as we finish off the 130-pound super featherweight division as I discuss my number one fighter there. And then I'm also going to discuss the state of the 130-pound division heading into 2023. So first off, finishing the year number one is the previous number one, the former champion Oscar Valdez. The reason why he stayed number one, even though he went 0-1, he came into the year undefeated, 30-0, 21 knockout or 23 knockouts. He was coming off of the monster win against Miguel Berchelt early in 2021, and then got like a subpar kind of controversial decision win over Robson Conceição in September. But after all that, he got put into a unification bout, a huge one, with the undefeated Shakur Stevenson. This was a big showdown to unify belts to determine the top guy at 130. And Valdez, when the fight happened in April, he did the best he could, but he just could not compete with Stevenson. He tried, he landed shots here and there, but Stevenson just too good, too sharp, busted him up, and walked away with a clean, unanimous decision win as he unified the two belts. Valdez would not fight the rest of the year, but he didn't have to take down the number one spot because this division's wide open, and Shakur Stevenson came in overweight for his title defense against Conceição, didn't try to make weight, got stripped of the two titles on the scales, and said he's moving to 135. So I took him out of my top 10 at 130 because of that. And we know he's going to 135 for sure. And he doesn't even have the belts anymore. So Valdez kind of backed into the number one spot for a second straight year. The thing is we know Valdez can get damage done. And he was actually supposed to return for the vacant WBO title against Emmanuel Navarrete on February 3rd, but he pulled out with an injury, and now Navarrete is going to fight Liam Wilson for the vacant title. But the rumor is that these two guys are still going to lock horns at some point. So I'm hoping that's the case because I think that is a true banger right there. I would pick Navarrete to win the fight, but I do think Valdez would have a solid shot of pulling off the win. But Valdez does need a fight like that, and he does need to get a win. Now, with Navarrete fighting in February, is Valdez going to take a shake off some rust fight, get a knockout fight, since he hasn't really had a convincing victory in what will be over 2 years since he beat Berchelt? I don't know. I think he should, and then during the summer, we would see Navarrete and Valdez, as long as Navarrete beats Liam Wilson, which I think he will. But that's what should happen. But we'll see. We'll see what he decides to do. All I know is at the end of the day, I don't believe Valdez is going to beat. I don't believe Valdez will beat Emmanuel Navarrete when they do fight, and I don't think Valdez is going to repeat a third year as the top guy at 130-pound super featherweight. But we'll see. You never know. I do think he has a chance, and we'll see what goes down. Now, the state of the 130-pound division kind of relates to what I just said. Is this division is wide open and it's turning over, and it really is up for grabs. You got Valdez. Top Rank has a good situation with the WBO title in this division, and potentially, I'm not 100% who Ashaki Foster is with as a promoter. I'm not 100% on that, but I know he's fought with Top Rank before a couple times, but as far as I remember. But Top Rank pretty much has the WBC title shut down with the WBO title shut down with what's his name fighting with Navarrete moving up and fighting Wilson, and Valdez being in line. So that's going to provide probably a good year for the WBO title right there. The IBF title, if Rakimov beats Cordina or vice versa, it looks like DAZN is going to control that belt and what happens. So it looks like they can put together decent action. The PBC looks to have the WBA belt locked up, you know, to do things. And the WBC title looks like it could go to the PBC as well. So, you know, it's going to be an interesting year at 130. It's going to be interesting to see who takes the mantle here. Not a lot of big, well-known fights. It's not like 126 is, that's deep. You know, you got some known guys, but they're on the rise. Nobody that's really taken charge outside of like Valdez and maybe Navarrete. Maybe Navarrete can give him a good shot in the arm. And if Vargas can pull off the win over Shaki Foster, maybe he can too. But it's going to be interesting to see when the smoke clears who the top dog is at the end of the year at 130 pounds. Personally, for me, I think just built on his resume, and because I think he's going to beat Liam Wilson and Oscar Valdez, I think Navarrete is going to be the top guy at 130 by the end of the year. But we'll see. You know, you got Rakimov is trying to prove himself. You got Hector Luis Garcia. If he comes up short against Tank, he's probably going to come back down and try to prove himself. And then the winner of Vargas and Oshaki Foster is going to try to, you know, throw themselves in the mix. And that's not including, you know, maybe Robson Consaichao trying to throw his name in the hat for maybe the WBC belt. Lamont Roach Jr. trying to get a shot. Zelfa Barrett, Roger Gutierrez, and Kenichi Ogawa all trying to maybe climb back into the picture. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz inject themselves because, you know, they're done with featherweight. We'll see. But, it is a wide open division at 130, and I'm interested in seeing who's going to take the top spot by the end of the year. So that's it. That's my 2022 year-end top 10s. The number one fighter, Oscar Valdez, and the state of the 130-pound division moving forward. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.